today I want to show you Palolem, and I want to kind of like really have a look at, is this place really a hidden gem as I've been told? This is the room that I'm staying in. It's a little beach cabana, as you can see from the roof. I won't lie, it is very hot in here, even with the fan. It's coming to that time of the year now where actually Goa itself gets pretty intense. It's very, very hot. Currently paying 1,500 rupees a night, which is roughly £15, but very happy with it. Good Wi-Fi, good little setup, comfy bed, and I'll show you the outside. So these are my neighbours. You see I've got a little seating area out here. Yeah, really nice, very happy with it. And we've got access to the beach just right there. So we're in the south of Goa right now. But people do say that the south is the more untouched part of Goa. One of my friends, who is from Bangalore, actually said to me when I was coming, "Oh, you're gonna love Palolem, you know, it's a hidden gem." Now, I'm not sure that I would so much agree with that, because as you can see, there's still a fair amount of people. What I would say is that Palolem is certainly a gem. Not so much a hidden gem, but a gem nonetheless. You've got palm trees lining the shoreline. You've got all these little restaurants, fantastic food, nice calm water to swim in, beautiful sunsets during the evening, and generally just a very nice place to be. Good crowd of people, a good mix of nationalities. What I do find in these areas, like beach areas, I really kind of like lose my rhythm with making these videos, because I just get so comfy. I just wake up pretty late. I go to bed very late. I'm drinking lots of beer. Just generally it puts me in like holiday mode. But Goa itself, despite it being the smallest state in India, and just to clarify that, because some people are probably not clear on it, I know I certainly wasn't before my first time to India, Goa is not a city, it's not a town, it's not a beach destination, it's a state. Roughly the same size as Devon in the UK. But Goa itself has the highest per capita income in the whole country. And the vast majority of that is coming from places like this. Huge tourism industry. People coming here from all over India, in fact all over the world, to holiday here for exactly what you're seeing around us. Tropical paradise. The season here in Palolem, or in Goa even, tends to kind of start winding down in March, as far as my understanding goes. And I think that is because it just gets too hot. Right now, just in the space of the couple of weeks that I've been here, moving from Gokarna to here, the temperature's gone wild. Like the other day, the thermometer was reading 36, and I don't know what the humidity was, but it must have been around 90%. It was unbearable. I was very sweaty, and so I certainly feel the struggle a little bit now. And as a result of that, I too am going to be winding down my time here and making moves in the next days. I'm not sure exactly where I'll go yet, but I want to be heading north, eventually finishing far into the north of India, close to the Himalayas if I can. I'm sure that's going to be a shock to the system, being in more chilly weather, but that's my aim, because yeah, as I say, although this is beautiful, it is quite exhausting being in this heat all the time. Now, some of these bars down here are fantastic. I've found the prices to be very, very fair when it comes to food and alcohol. The accommodation, though, is a little bit more hit and miss. And I don't mean that in terms of quality, because as you can see, these places are stunning. But I do find that the prices in Palolem are a little bit more than your average in Goa. Particularly up in Arambol, I was finding places to stay very easy, of an alright standard, for around £10 per night. You can get more expensive, of course, and you can get cheaper, but here the standard seems a little bit higher, and as a result the prices are as well. Like, I've got a good deal on my place. I'm paying £15 a night but I believe I'm getting a discount on that because it was through a friend. And most of these places down here, you're talking probably on average, I reckon, about £50 a night, give or take, maybe a little bit less. Certainly some of them a bit more. I've seen ones with jacuzzis on the front. So if you're coming here with a bit of money to spend, like I say, specifically a holiday and not traveling, you'll get some really top-notch accommodation down here. But those places, for a long-term traveler like me, despite being nice, they're kind of not within my budget. I don't want to overstretch myself. Much better for me to pay £15 a night and be able to stay longer than to spend £50 a night and be crying myself to sleep about it. Now the beach itself, got the end right over here and right into the corner, so it's around about a mile. A crescent beach coming from here all the way into the corner, and down in this corner here the sun sets, depending on the day, kind of around the island either side, give or take, depending on the day, as I say. But you get some really beautiful sunsets down here over in, it's called Shark Point or Shark Rock Point. But yeah, as you can see looking around, hidden gem, no, it's well known. Gem, 100% for certain. This is a beautiful place, very happy to be here, and I find it much easier to be here than Arambol. I did actually, full disclosure, go to Arambol first after Gokarna, and despite being there for 2 months last year, I really didn't like it on this trip. I found it too busy, too noisy, too crowded. The vendors there, they're not pushy, but everything's in your face. You know, it's hard to walk down the main street without kind of being, you know, people trying to sell to you. Again, it's not a problem, but sometimes you want to just be able to walk and be left alone, and you can certainly do that in Palolem. In another video, what I'm going to show you are some beaches that are very close by to here that I've found. I mean, I've not found them. I'm not sailing down on the ships venturing to new lands. They're already found. But what I mean is that I've come across that I didn't know about, at least. And personally, I think those places are what you would class perhaps as a little bit more of hidden gems. So we'll cover Palolem today, but look out for the forthcoming videos where hopefully I'll introduce you to what I deem to be genuine hidden gems. Oh, this looks like it's to a restaurant. But I've really needed to make this video, I won't lie. I've been a little bit in a rut the last few weeks. I've very much enjoyed the time. Look at that view, should have brought my camera. Very much enjoyed the time. But I have been struggling a little bit with procrastination. Overthinking things, thinking, oh, I need to make a video. I've not been making any videos, what can I make the video about? At the end of the day, what a place for a toilet. Is that real? Fair enough. Sure, a few people have had a nice view there. Seems that it's facing the wrong way though. You would think the toilet would be facing that way. Yeah, I think the best thing for me is not to overthink things. It's just get out and do it. It's probably good advice for life, really, you know. Don't think too much. Don't overthink it. Just think less, do more, as they say. And so, a lot of the time that might be the reason why sometimes the videos can be a bit disjointed, I suppose. You're probably wondering, Wayne, what's the point? And sometimes that genuinely is the thing. A lot of the time, for me to be actually out doing these things, I can't overthink it. Because if I do, I just kind of find myself talking myself out of it, really. Let's have a look here. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a right hidden little spot, isn't it? To be honest with you, I told you I've been here for 2 weeks. Our place where we've come from is just down here. I didn't even know this beach was here. Of course I knew the steps were there, but I didn't know where it led to. Oh, this is beautiful. This is a Looks like a really nice place to stay over there. I wonder though if any of them have got such a scenic view from the toilet. I'm gonna head back onto the road through this little bar here because I just want to show it to you, because it's one of my favourite places here in Palolem. Great cocktails from here, excellent live music, and the place itself is just a vibe. Have a little look. You got all this artwork here, and all of it is for sale. So anything that you see you like, you can buy it here. So later on, we'll come down here and we'll have a little cocktail, I reckon. Yeah, some of the artwork here is really nice. I'm assuming it's all kind of like different artists, maybe local, maybe foreign. Yeah, but the place is very cool. I'm already off the beach and I've already lost the ocean breeze. So I'm back now to being a sweaty monster. Okay. So yeah, this place called Art Resort. Really recommend it. No, I'm okay, thanks. Just for a walk. Yeah, the cocktails in there, I think they have a happy hour. I think it's like 4 till 6 or 5 till 7, something like that. The cocktails are very, very good. So I think the other day I got 2 Long Islands. No, thank you. And you know, sometimes with a strong cocktail, you can find they skimp on the ingredients. And sometimes they're not very strong, more Coke than anything. But the cocktails in there are bang on. 2 of the friends that I was with the other day, they were drinking espresso martinis and other things and got quite drunk. So excellent value, good quality, and nice vibes. That kind of summarises Palolem pretty well, to be fair, not just that bar. So what you'll find walking around here in Palolem is just kind of lots of the same of what you find in other areas of Goa. Lots of these little shops selling trinkets and handmade like dream catchers and things like that, and you'll also find like plenty of clothing shops like this. So if you're coming to Goa, maybe from your own country, maybe you're coming from somewhere a bit colder on your travels and you don't have tropical clothes, you won't struggle here. Especially if you're a girl, there's loads of nice clothes, loads of nice dresses. And for me, I think you all know by now that I love a Hawaiian shirt. You'll definitely find them here. I don't need any more, I've already got a bag full of them. But yeah, everything on offer here, including tattoos. Seeing these signs knocking around as well about scooters. I didn't know this. The last time I was here in Goa, I had a scooter rented for 2 months. And whether it's a rule specific to here or not, but they say that if you're a tourist driving a scooter, the number plate that's on there, you see at the back here, this one's white. So that would be a local's bike. But for you to be a tourist riding a scooter here, you have to ride one like this. You see where the number plate is black? I'm not sure the difference. I don't know the reasoning aside from signifying that you yourself are a tourist, but I think that's pretty obvious. So I'm not sure what the difference with that is. But everything says if you get caught riding one with the white number plate as a foreigner, the fine is 10,000 rupees, which is about £100. So not something you want to be picking up whilst you're on holiday. I would imagine that if you've got a responsible renter, if that's the right word for it, they'll give you the proper one, but worth noting anyway, worth just double checking. Just on the subject of what I was mentioning before about accommodation, there are plenty of hostels here in Palolem. Pretty prominent actually. So this one here, the Lost Hostels, it's just up here on the corner. This is a pretty well known one. If you've been to Sri Lanka, you'll know that. That place there. I've stayed at their one in Hirakatia. Good little place, nice little stop, and it's very cheap as well. So if you're coming here more as a budget backpacker, you don't particularly want to be spending £15, £30, £50 a night. You can pick up a dorm, no problem, for £5 a night. So just bear that in mind. Don't be dissuaded by what I was saying about the average costs here being a little bit higher. If you're a hostel stayer, you'll have no problem. Now, I wanted to show you down to the main road, but I won't lie, I'm literally like, this shirt right now is soaking wet. So I think at some point I'm going to have to stop for a beer. If you'd like to join me, we'll go and grab a kingfisher, I think. We've got a little bit of a walk first. I don't know what that says, but I love these little mirrors, they make really cool photos. As with everywhere in Goa as well. If you're into spiritual practices or workshops, could be anything. It could be an art class, it could be yoga, sound healing, mandala drawing, energy stuff. I don't know. It's not my bag in reality, but you'll find it here. It's pretty common practice, commonplace all across India, to be honest. But you know, Goa is a place where you know, lots of foreigners and Indians alike congregate, come in for those things. So yeah, if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you're interested in, it's where you like spending your money or dedicating your time to, yeah, lots of that on offer. You see like every single signpost has got different things. Yoga classes, cooking classes. Impossible to be bored in Goa, that's one thing I will say. Whether you're a simple man like me, look at this, I'll show. Whether you're a simple man like me that just likes having a beer and a coffee, or whether you're a little bit more productive with your time, come and do Tai Chi, for instance. Goa will be for you. Plus it's beautiful, just look around. Hello, how are you? Huh? What is it for? What is the purpose?
Ramu, name Ramu.
Oh, is that holy cow?
Ramu, lovely cow.
Holy cow.
Thank you, just go Sargar ki thank you, Edi. Sargar ki thank you, Babu. Namaste, Babu.
And everything. This is old money?
Money.
Old. Oh, is that old, like British money, right? Is that the king?
Old money.
And you go all around Palolem?
Yeah.
Let's see what I have.
Shiva, Namah Shiva, Babu.
So I only have small money, but I'll give you that. Thank you. You have a nice day. Bye-bye. Oh, stinking hot. Really stinking hot. I have rented a bike as well, and so over the coming videos we'll get a little bit further afield, and I'd like to go and check out some waterfalls. We'll also go further up the coast, not too far, but we'll go to places like Agonda, Palolem Beach, maybe a little bit further afield if I can feel bothered. As you can see, Palolem, it's a hard place to escape. Really kind of keeps you in here. Honestly, it has everything. Like good food, good people, places to drink, but it's not too wild. You know, Arambol, it can be pretty mental, I won't lie. It's very busy. You want to go there for a party, you'll have no problem. Just go onto the beach at sunset and you'll know what I'm on about. All kinds of people from all different walks of life. They're partying, they're juggling, loads of performers. It attracts that kind of crowd. Here is certainly more laid back, but like I say, it has enough to entertain you. I like this place as well, Mosh Cafe. They've got a pool table in there, so really nice place to hang out. Thank you. Cheers. Jesus Christ. It's mad hot. Really, really mad hot. If you're a person that struggles with the heat, with the humidity, whether it be for just general comfort or health reasons, it's one thing just to consider, because yeah, right now you see I've not even got my shirt buttoned up, and I'm struggling really badly. I keep yourself really hydrated here. So, you know, per my advice, doing just that with a beer. The weird thing I find with this beer, when you look at the percentage, it says up to 5%. Not that it is 5%, just up to. So I don't know what that means. We're drinking shandy right now, I'm drinking Pepsi. Oh, nice one. I won't lie, I was getting very comfortable there, probably too comfortable. And probably a little bit dehydrated because that beer was going to my head very quickly. To give you an example as to how quickly. Hey, how are you? Good, I'm good, thank you. So to give you an example, there was a dish on the menu printed or written on a chalkboard outside the restaurant. I just couldn't stop staring at it. And it said fish in banana. I was like, what's a fish in a banana? How does that work? I literally just couldn't like... Anyway, it took me about 5 minutes to realise that the menu was written like this. And it was fish in banana. But obviously they'd written it so big that underneath it said leaf. So it was fish in banana leaf. I'm sat there literally like, what the hell is... Anyway. Don't drink too much beer when you're dehydrated, kids. So looking around, you see there's tons of shops. There's a lot of shops selling jewellery, particularly silver. I'll show you quickly. I don't want them to come out the shop. I don't fancy sales patter. But if you're into jewellery and stuff, particularly silver, all the rings and the pendants, and I really like all this stuff. It really kind of draws me in. I do think that there's going to be a bit of a spree coming up pretty shortly. But right now, we'll continue, and I'm almost finished with this video. I think I've given you at least a little bit of a tour of Palolem. This is of course not the whole thing, but you get some insight. You understand how it is to navigate around this little beach town. And you also see that right now, it's kind of quiet, by Arambol standards at least anyway. But it is middle of the day, and it is incredibly hot. Oh, thanks. Right. And with that, this was a little introduction to Palolem. Not quite a hidden gem, but as I say, certainly a gem. And I'm like, my God, I'm trying to get my words out right now. Look at all the crows having a little feed on the water. I'm going to finish the video here and barely get my words out. I only had one beer. The one nuisance that I have found is these bloody crows. Every morning they're like bouncing and jumping on the roof of my little cabana. The noise out of them for such a small animal is incredible. At first I thought there was like monkeys jumping on the roof, but no monkeys, just annoying little birds. And so with that, as I say, this was my little introduction to you to Palolem. The gem of the south coast of Goa. Hopefully that's given you a taste. And yeah, I will see you in the next video, where I think I'm going to make today a little bit of a road trip up to Agonda. So come with me on that one shortly.